I mean, it's a fine activity, and he was just going to pick up stuff. They had no right to impound his vehicle.
Pile of crap. I know what this looks like. Yes, the tractor is still in one piece. We added more pieces to it, actually. I always follow through on my word, and the tractor is only in one piece because of a severe accident that happened that killed 17 people. It rolled down the hill because someone was jump starting it, and there was no steering or brakes, so it hit a tree and ripped the front axle off.
Does he understand that when it starts, it's going to take off?
Make a tractor without the front wheels. Then I found out that these tractors are actually crap. So we just now got it fixed back up. So we're gonna restart the 60 days, the 60-day weight loss, tractor loss challenge. So we need to talk about something that happened. I did not plan on making a video about a tractor raid today, but long story short, I need money because I spent it all on a tractor raid at a public school, and about 50,000 people drove their tractors there. Anyways,
30,000?
I never check my DMs because it's usually just people asking for money and thinking I can solve world hunger because I bought like 2 vehicles. I opened this message from Braden Baker. He says, "Hey Whistlin', I know you're really busy and you have no clue who I am, but I'm a fan and I love the content. Today I drove my tractor to school and it took about an hour to get there. And as soon as I parked the tractor, I got taken to the main office and they impounded my tractor. I was wondering if you could post this as a meme, LOL. By the way, I'm 14. They pulled him into the office, handcuffed him, and interrogated these innocent children. He sends me a picture of his poor tractor in jail. His tractor got impounded, they chained it up, they put it behind a fence. It's just a little alarming to see police impounding kids' tractors when I am here trafficking from Mexico and they haven't even talked to me about that, and they're impounding kids' tractors. He says I had to pay to get it out. I did get it back, but the city police kind of overstepped. I said, "Hey, what's your public school's name by chance?" Norwich High School and Norwich City Police Department. What state? New York. So I posted this on my story. I said, "I'm following back everyone who calls the Norwich High School or Police Department and complains about the kid's tractor getting impounded." The police have to answer every phone call. I send thousands of people to their phone lines. So apparently the police call this kid's dad or message him and they're like, "Hey, they don't know what's going on because these calls are just coming in. They're like, "Hey, could you like ask it to stop? Please tell him to stop." And the kid's like, can you please ask them to stop?" And I said, "I'll stop when the police apologize." I never got an apology.
Sheriff's Office, answer for Norwich PD.
Hi, why'd you impound some kid's tractor from the high school?
Because it's illegal to drive on road, sir.
Oh, okay, thank you.
What? Because it's illegal to drive on the road. There were several better ways he could have worded that. First of all, by maybe saying that it's illegal to drive tractors on the road. And second of all, by not lying to the kid. It's not illegal to drive a tractor on the road because farmers need to get back and forth. Sorry, I was sounding a little rude there. Tractors need to get back and forth to the fields. So, first of all, maybe we could start off with not impounding innocent children's vehicles. And second of all, we could not lie to everyone by saying it's illegal. It's not illegal to drive a tractor. They just didn't have an explanation of why it was impounded. Look, I'm not mad. I'm just mildly irritated. Disappointed, I mean. So, I'm like, calling them is not enough. Calling them is not gonna send the message we need. So I messaged Braden and I'm like, "How many tractors are at Norwich High School?" "I don't know, maybe half the school." So I post on my page, as you are all aware, the tractor situation is escalating on my story. I'm paying $500 PayPal to every kid who drives their tractor, and every single person, not just kids, who drives their tractor to Norwich High School on Monday morning. As in, kids, parents, you don't even have to be a student. I said you don't have to attend Norwich High School to go. You don't have to be involved. As long as you take a tractor, like how much for push mowers? I don't know, like maybe $200. Anyways, I called in a tractor hit to the school.
The school will not be responsible for any $500 payment if you choose to drive your parent guardian's tractor to school.
Me neither, dude. I don't know who's paying these kids, but no, just joke. I started paying them. But I feel like this is all a huge misunderstanding of punishing children who are just trying to go to school. We're just going to play the footage now.
I'm Rob Baker from Plymouth, New York. I'm Braden Baker's father. And we're here today to make a point about a principle that driving a tractor on the roads is not illegal. I think it's crazy. I can't believe it's blown up how it has. But once it was impounded, I couldn't believe it was impounded, and we did nothing wrong. We haven't been told we've done anything wrong. There was no tickets. It's just $325 out of my son's pocket.
We're at the Norwich High School right now. My name's Braden Baker. I go to high school here. This is the tractor that got towed. I got it back, and we drove it again today. To help support local farmers, get no days off, work 365 days a year.
You don't even go to school here?
Oh no, we just heard about it, and why not come out and support them?
I don't even go to school here now. I'm a good ways away. I'm a good hour and a half tractor drive away from here, so we're out here now.
I'm making a left right down the boulevard. You see me sliding, so much water dripping above me. You can call me up beside it. I walk on water. JV bitch, I'm a starter. Come check the stats, my nigga. You gon' have to follow harder. Yeah, I've been swerving, popping pillies and sitting bourbon.
But anyways, now they have parking. They gave them parking for their tractors. It went from like illegal to, well, now we'll give you parking. This is how it starts. Like, people don't rebel like this, and they just take a little more and more and more. So I get an email after soon-to-be Tractor Day. We'll not name him because he's on our side. Thank you for all you did. The kids went all out for Tractor Day. Tractor Day. It has its own name now. It went from illegal to drive on the roads to Tractor Day. So now there's a Tractor Day. So May 9th, everyone. That's Tractor Day. Don't thank me. Thank the police of Norwich. It was an honor to be there and see the smiles on the kids' faces. It's funny how children smile when you don't put them in prison and steal their stuff. It's funny how that works. Anyways, I was off duty. We made sure it went smoothly, and the people, get this, the people that impounded and towed away the tractor got fired. That's right, we fired them. I didn't. I don't know who did, but yeah, I don't know if I was supposed to know that information, but I think they got fired, actually. It's fun, like, you don't believe this kind of stuff until it happens, and then you're like, what are they doing? Like, I don't know what's going through people's heads. Like, I would be like, dude, that's awesome. I'm glad you're at school. Yeah, May 9th, Tractor Day next year. Be there, guys. I do not have $500 for you next year, but thank you all for making a difference. I wish someone was there for me when I was your age. Alright, we need to talk about something. 3 months ago, I sold some product that had a little aluminum card in it. And it said, like, you won blank amount of money. Some of them were up to $50,000.
30,000?
So I even put $1 million card in. So tons of people are like getting these cards. Like, there's tons of kids getting these cards. It says like, you won $50,000. And then there's people saying, Whistling Diesel is a liar. I didn't get my money. So what they don't get is that it was a joke. So I was like, you won $50,000, but they don't understand that it was just a joke. Like, I wouldn't actually give a kid $50,000. FBI, open up! Anyways, so I was just writing like amounts on these cards, and kids are like, I won $1 million. I was like, yeah, that's funny. Anyways, it was a joke. So a lot of people didn't get the joke, and they're calling me like a liar now because I didn't like send them the money that they won. Like, it was just a joke, and they didn't get the joke. Like, when you win the lottery, like, sometimes they joke about that, and you don't know. Oh. No, just joking. I did fulfill my word here, so this kid wins $50,000. I want to talk about the winner of the $50,000 card. I told someone they were going to have a really bad day, and then it was going to be a really good day. I gave this kid like 20 really bad days. I wrapped the $50,000 jar up with like tons of, it looked like drugs. Like, it was wrapped tight with saran wrap all the way around. So everyone wasn't opening them because they stank really bad. So this kid gets the 50K jar and he doesn't open it because he's like, oh, it stinks. There's like 10 jars that haven't been opened, by the way, with money in them. So it's been like 2 weeks and this kid never opened the 50K jar. So I post on my story, I'm like, yo, some Jack from Ohio won the 50K. Message me if you want it and we'll get you your money. So he messages me after like a week. He says, all right, you win. I have the 50K card. And then he sends me the code, the code to win the money off the card. So a couple hours later, I sent a question mark. He says, is this the number that was on the aluminum Whistling Diesel card? And then he sends a picture of the card with the tape over the number, like I did. Like, he didn't just send me the code off the card. He says, or is this a misprint? I said, sorry, who is this? Jack from Ohio. I seriously think I was given the wrong number. He says, so who is this? Junie Cortez. I'm gonna assume that's not a Cody. I said, no, this is not a Cody. But best of luck with your $50. Like, I'm just some random person who has no clue what's going on.
Whistling Diesel has forced my hand. I smelled the jar, I kind of looked at it a little bit, and then I immediately put it back in the box because I didn't want to smell it anymore. I won the $50,000 Whistling Diesel card. See, I messaged the number here, it's on the bottom. I said, hey, alright, you won. I got the $50,000 card. And I then texted the code. And then I got a question mark for a response. Sent a picture of the card with the phone number exposed but not the code for some reason, even though I already gave out the code. And then they asked, who is this?
I said, I just watched it. That's crazy. I'd sue for the $50,000 though. This is a couple days later. He says, I don't have the money for that. So I post on my story, Whistling Diesel posts on his story that some kid named Junie Cortez has claimed the $50,000 and that I sent Junie Cortez $50,000 cash. And then I said, congratulations, Junie from Ohio, you won the $50,000, or wherever, Junie from wherever. So this kid immediately thinks that Junie Cortez, the kid that he's been texting, won the $50,000 with the information that he sent Junie Cortez, the kid from Spy Kids. So he says immediately, I had a friend message him and tell him what I had posted on my story. He immediately said, he's like, what the actual he said, why did he say that you have the money? I said, I messaged him with the code that you gave me. And he replied. He says, and now he thinks you won. No, I actually won. He doesn't think I won. I did win. He says, where did you message him? I said, I want the money, LOL, Instagram. And he says, and I sent an image of the fully exposed card to him. I said, all you need is the code. That's what I sent him. And he said it was good. So, sorry, I just really need the money. So he says, and you think that I don't? You literally just robbed me of my money because you need it. So I said, checkmate. He says, I'm not gonna let you get away with this. This turns into some real Marvel superhero type lingo here. He says, you may have won the battle, but I'm gonna win the war. I said, it's too late for that. I already did. He says, well, I guess everybody's gonna know your name now. Junie Cortez. Everyone does know me. He says, so I hope you want to be known as a fraud. I said, he literally already sent me the money. I already got the money. It's too late. A couple days later, like this kid, I don't know how he's lasting. Like, if I was a kid and won 50K, I'd be losing my mind. He says, what the hell are you gonna even do with my money anyways? So in his YouTube video, He said he was gonna buy a Power Stroke with the money, so I said, buy like 13 Power Strokes. He says, so you don't need the money. I said, I do need the money. Can we just please keep this between us? I don't need everyone thinking I'm a bad person just because I stole your 50K. He says, are you even listening to yourself right now? You just admitted to stealing $50,000 from someone. Of course you're a human being. He says, I'm not keeping it between us. If you wanted this to stay private, you should have considered that before taking my money. So I'm glad you agreed to be the star of my next YouTube video. So I sent him a picture of Junie Cortez just staring at the camera. I said, you're not making a video. So I sent him a picture of this, and I said, should I buy this with the money? He says, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I can definitely see why you need it now. Can't wait to see it roll down the hill, though. Okay, now I think he's on to me, so I sent him a question mark. He said, I find it funny how you and Whistling Diesel live in the same area, because it's the same area code. So I sent him a picture of us, and I said, fine, you win. He says, what does that mean? I said, it's Whistling Diesel I was messing with the whole time. Junie Cortez is from Spy Kids. Junie doesn't exist. He said, I knew my friend was right. Who is this? Jack Horn from Ohio. You had me good, though. Question mark. I sent him a question mark then. But does the 50K even exist, or was it just the friends we made along the way? I said, no, the money doesn't exist. It was just a prank. Figures. Well, eventually I'll make enough to buy a Power Stroke. I said, yes, of course it exists. Do you have a PayPal? Just curious, how old are you? Is that a determining factor of whether or not I get the money? I said, no, not at all. It could affect how the money's sent. I don't think it affects through PayPal, though. So he says, in that case, I'm 17. Unfortunately, we cannot send the money to anyone under 18 years old. I said, JK, just kidding. And then I asked him if the money went through, and he says he received the money. So this kid won 50K. So a 17-year-old kid won $50,000. So congrats to Jack from Ohio on your 50K. Go subscribe to his channel. It's Superstar64. No spaces, no caps.
$30,000?